interpret it as the hip hop is fine with his behaviors.
This situation has taken an unexpected turn. Joe Rogan and 50 Cent didn't just comment on it, they pushed the conversation wide open. With Diddy already surrounded by serious controversy, their remarks suggest the impact could reach much further than many people expected. The way they're talking about it has people wondering if other well-known figures could soon face public attention. Right now, the energy is clear. This story isn't slowing down, it's gaining momentum. At this point, what's happening with Diddy is no secret. He's facing a 4-year sentence after Judge Aaron Supermanian issued time connected to 2 of the 5 original charges. But that ruling didn't end the story. If anything, it changed the direction. Now Joe Rogan and 50 Cent are adding more fuel to the conversation, pointing toward people who were once closely connected to Diddy and suggesting those past relationships could come back into the spotlight. One of the first names mentioned was Meek Mill. For many watching, that wasn't surprising. Over the years, Meek was often seen around Diddy, viewed as part of his extended circle. When Diddy's public image was still strong, Meek was there, showing up at events, celebrating wins, and sharing the spotlight.
Look, yes, I put my ear to the fucking door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the fuck was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard being like, yeah, daddy. When he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all this because I was like.
But once the charges became public and headlines spread, the tone shifted fast. Meek's behavior appeared to change. Statements began to surface, and space was clearly being created. To many observers, it looked like he was trying to distance himself entirely, as if that chapter was being erased in real time. People remember when Meek went on X, speaking openly and defending his name. He said he had no connection to anything Diddy was being accused of. He spoke about his platform, his voice, and his journey, describing himself as a powerful black man from the streets with global reach, answering to no one. The words were strong, but to some watching, it didn't come across as confidence. It felt more like an attempt to get ahead of the narrative before more information surfaced. Then, when Diddy officially received a 4-year sentence, Meek didn't step back. He doubled down on his position. He spoke out again, repeating that he had no involvement in anything being discussed online. Stories about private mansion gatherings, according to him, were not real. He pushed back against blogs and commentary, saying his name was being dragged into situations he had nothing to do with. But the questions didn't go away. Many people felt the past didn't align as neatly as the statement suggested. Anyone who remembers the 27th birthday celebration Diddy hosted for Meek in Vegas understands why doubts lingered. Reports say Diddy went all out, securing a luxury venue, sparing no expense, and keeping Meek front and center all night, with matching outfits, planned moments, and top-tier entertainment. It was clearly meant to be unforgettable. And that's where the concern begins. According to people close to the scene, the night didn't end smoothly. Stories spread describing a situation that escalated quickly, leaving behind a scene that felt chaotic rather than celebratory. Those accounts stayed with people, and no amount of public denial fully erased what some claim they witnessed. The situation intensified when audio clips began circulating online, the kind of material that spreads fast and fuels speculation. Social media exploded, and Meek responded immediately, dismissing the—
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that out there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
audio is fake, saying it was AI generated and part of an attempt to damage his reputation. But that explanation didn't convince everyone. Too many people close to the situation suggested the recording may have come from someone who was actually there that night, not an outside source.
But that's not a diss. Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Okay. What's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
That possibility alone kept the conversation going. Jaguar Wright later pushed things further by claiming online that Nicki Minaj paid a bodyguard to release the audio, an allegation that was never confirmed but spread rapidly across social media. With Meek known...
Let's go. Real life. Yeah. You know Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me. You
Talk
heard?
that shit, Meek. Yeah.
For thriving on controversy, many viewers felt the comment only added fuel to the speculation. At one point, Meek fired back forcefully, even claiming he would put up $100,000 to clear his name. The issue, however, was that despite all the talk, no proof was ever publicly presented. So, soon after, older clips began resurfacing, including footage in which Diddy is heard referring to Meek by a nickname that instantly reignited online debate. Justin Bieber also appeared to weigh in indirectly, posting a simple head-shaking facepalm emoji after Meek denied ever being closely connected to Diddy while jumping on the No Diddy trend. That contrast didn't go unnoticed, and the internet picked up on it immediately. After months of sticking to one version of events, Meek subtly shifted the narrative. Now he says he was around the noise but never crossed any lines. He claims he kept his distance, stayed in his own lane, showed up briefly, and kept it moving. Real life. You know, Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me. Talk that Meek. Yeah, Meek. And that's when fans started pressing pause and asking tougher questions. So which version is Meek asking people to believe? The one where he says he was never around at all? Or the one where he admits he was present, saw the environment, but somehow stayed completely removed from anything questionable? Either way, with talk circulating that Diddy may cooperate, the conversation online has only gotten louder. Many are now wondering whether Meek's name could face deeper scrutiny as things continue to unfold. To be clear, there is no verified evidence confirming many of the claims being discussed. This conversation reflects public commentary and online debate. Now, another name being quietly discussed is Oprah.
Prosecutors say former dorm matron Tina Virginia Makopo tried to kiss and fondle the girls. She's also accused of kicking and hitting some of them. Makopo pleaded innocent to 14 charges of indecent assault, and criminal injury in South.
And that alone caused the timeline to slow down. Online chatter has allegedly linked her to Diddy's well-known party circles. It sounds extreme at first, but critics argue it fits a broader pattern that has been debated publicly for years. Oprah's proximity to powerful and controversial figures isn't new. People still point to old photos of her alongside Harvey Weinstein, taken long before the full scope of his actions became public. In hindsight, some in Hollywood have said the rumors surrounding him were widely known, yet Oprah continued supporting projects tied to him and appearing publicly in his company. That silence led some to question whether she ever pushed back against the system, or if staying quiet worked in her favor. Then there's the South Africa School Initiative. More than $40 million was invested and positioned as a legacy project, but it later became the center of
are canceling their interviews because they don't want to get blacklisted by Oprah. Who wants to be on the wrong side of Oprah in Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side of Tyler Perry in Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side of Steve Harvey in
public criticism and controversy that never fully disappeared? Months after the school came under scrutiny over serious allegations, several former students spoke out, saying issues existed behind the scenes. Even the dorm matron, Virginia Makopo, was later charged in connection with misconduct related to the situation. That's when the story began to feel less isolated and more complicated. Critics say former dorm matron Virginia Makopo attempted to kiss and fondle students and was accused of kicking and hitting some of them. She pleaded not guilty to 14 charges of indecent assault, and criminal injury in South Africa. Oprah responded by traveling to the site, dismissing staff, and addressing the situation publicly, at times showing visible emotion on camera. Still, critics remained unconvinced. To them, parts of the explanation didn't fully add up, and key questions seemed to linger. Now those earlier claims are resurfacing, and the conversation around them is growing louder. Some online voices suggest Oprah may have known more than she publicly acknowledged. An unproven idea, but one that continues to reappear as attention around the topic grows. Behind closed doors, industry conversations have also been circulating. Public figures like Jaguar Wright and Dr. Umar have suggested, without direct proof, that Oprah holds a level of behind-the-scenes influence that causes people to move carefully around her. Some claim interviews get canceled because people fear being blacklisted. Who wants to be on the wrong side of Oprah and Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side of Tyler Perry or Steve Harvey? It's the kind of influence that doesn't need to be loud to carry weight. At the same time, older photos and video clips have resurfaced, showing Oprah in close proximity to the same high-level social circles linked to Diddy's private events. That overlap alone has sparked questions about how interconnected those relationships may have been. Another name gaining attention is Stevie J, and people are watching closely. Anyone familiar with the culture knows his history with Diddy runs deep, far beyond music. Stevie wasn't just present during that era. He played a major role in building Bad Boy Records, producing some of the label's most iconic records. When federal authorities searched Diddy's properties, Stevie was among the first to speak publicly, standing firmly in support, not like a distant collaborator, but like family. Recently, conversations around Stevie J have grown louder. Online discussions link his name to the same private events where many of the controversial stories originated. In Lil Rod's lawsuit, Stevie is mentioned by name with claims that he helped introduce people during those gatherings, allegations that remain unproven but continue to circulate.
I can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them Diddy party stories. Man, that was like some weird memory lane.
There's also online chatter about a clip that allegedly shows Stevie caught up in the chaos himself. Nothing has been officially verified. While much of the industry has tried to distance itself from Diddy, Stevie has done the opposite. He's remained outspoken, still calling Diddy his brother and standing firm as if nothing has changed. And that's what has people asking questions. Is that loyalty at its purest, or is Stevie so tied in that stepping away isn't really an option? That question leads directly to the next name-sparking conversation, Ashton Kutcher. Older videos have resurfaced showing Ashton laughing, dancing, and enjoying himself at events that people now view much more critically. Online discussions have linked those clips to Diddy's all-white parties, suggesting Ashton had a close-up view of the environment now under scrutiny.
When Ashton was asked about those moments on Hot Ones, his reaction didn't help quiet the conversation. He paused, stumbled through his answer, and the silence spoke louder than any explanation. People also haven't forgotten that Ashton and Mila Kunis once wrote letters supporting Danny Masterson before his conviction. That decision sparked backlash and eventually led Ashton to step down from an organization he helped create. That moment caused many to re-examine the circles he was connected to. As rumors about alleged Diddy recordings began circulating, questions surfaced about who may have been present, and Ashton's name came up again. He stated he was simply a guest and nothing more. "I can't tell that one either," he said. "I'm actually cycling through them." Diddy party stories, weird memories. Still, the timeline keeps pushing the same question forward. How close was Ashton's connection to Diddy, really? Another name that continues to surface when Diddy and Epstein are mentioned together is Naomi Campbell. Her name appears not only as someone who attended high-profile events, but as someone critics believe may have had a more involved role. Some online voices claim she helped connect young, ambitious talent with powerful industry circles under the promise of opportunity, only for those situations to become highly restricted and private. These claims have never been confirmed, but they remain part of ongoing public debate. Others describe her as a gatekeeper within elite spaces. One widely shared post referred to what they called madam energy, clearly an opinion, not a proven fact, arguing that her career momentum never slowed due to strong behind-the-scenes connections. An older interview has also resurfaced in which Naomi acknowledged knowing Jeffrey Epstein while maintaining she had no awareness of his criminal actions. That explanation didn't sit well with everyone. Critics felt it sounded deflective, especially given her known associations with other influential figures now under scrutiny. Others point to her involvement in humanitarian organizations and question whether that polished image aligns with the accusations circulating online. There have also long been rumors that Naomi and Diddy were romantically linked in the early 2000s. She was frequently seen at his events and later removed visible ties to him from social media once controversy followed. People also remember moments like Diddy traveling overseas with Young Miami to surprise Naomi with a celebration for earning her doctorate. Looking back, those moments feel different to many observers now. Now the streets are asking harder questions. If authorities ever take a deeper look, how closely connected are Naomi and Diddy really? As more names enter the conversation, the pressure keeps building. Who's genuinely uninvolved? Who may have been protected by influence and silence? And how many more stories are still waiting to come out? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the discussion, because this situation is far from over. And if you want more breakdowns like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and share so this video reaches more people. Stay locked in with the Mike Tripp channel. We don't skip context and we don't dodge the tough conversations.